Okay, we're back with episode, I think this is 4 now, of this Let's Play series, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, Clan Quest Mod Edition, version 4.0. It's the day of the release, and yeah, just working my way through these videos. I've been playing this game for like 4 hours now today. I actually didn't anticipate these videos would take this long, and I'm just stoked about it. But anyways, we've got Hazel, whose church is trying to be torn down by a real estate developer who doesn't seem to know the value of the properties he's working with, and Victoria's drug gang can't seem to find their asses with both hands in terms of where this drug shipment went. And at the same time, we've got to find the sarcophagus. So there's a lot going on, a lot of, loose threads, but we have to pick a side now. So if you're playing along at home, it's like you can do the first quest for Victoria or Hazel, and after that, you kind of have to choose one path or the other. You have to choose someone to sort of support. So it does sort of narrow your options a little bit, maybe a little prematurely, but given how the different storylines can go, it just had to be done that way. And that is a nice thing about this mod too. You can actually play it at least 2 times and get a good sense of replayability, in that if you choose Victoria, you get one storyline, and if you choose Hazel, you get a different storyline. We're going to choose Victoria. I think her storyline is a little more robust and interesting. So we're going to talk to her again and let her know we're down. I want to check something real quick, and all set. So, sup?
You're back. I'm glad. Let's abandon any resentment, any suspicion between us. Instead, help me find a place for you among this pack.
I'd like that. What did you have in mind?
Generosity isn't a mood that finds me often, but tonight she's knocked on my door. I'd like you to answer her call and indulge the night's more euphoric vices.
Yes, I like generosity. Go on.
Normally, my product sells itself, but lately, well, business has fallen to the wayside. Customer loyalty can't be bought except with charity's grace.
Selling drugs should be easy money, Victoria.
I won't be selling anything, no. I think some of our customers have forgotten what leads their wavering hearts. What they need is a taste to remind them.
What are you thinking? Christmas comes early? Yeah, I think you'll get a few customers that way.
Take these needles. Hand them out to the barrios desperate and depraved. Many seek guidance from the false prophet Jesus as a path to freedom from our bonds. Find those weak-willed hypocrites and show them their heart's true desire.
So all of the artists that did help create Victoria, they all wanted to incorporate Catholic iconography because that's so much associated with Latino gang culture. And I was like, no, there can't be crosses. There can't be anything related to Christianity or Catholicism, because she has fucking jack shit to do with all of that. And so I'm really happy that the artists were able to take those comments on board and help create tattoos that are a little more reflective of her particular beliefs. I'm on it. I'll drum you up some business. Just you watch.
Bueno. As I said, take this to the church and herd our flock back where it belongs.
I'll be right back. So let's go do that. She wants us to go down to the church and hand out heroin. And I know the 3D object here is actually, it's probably more like cocaine. If you watch Pulp Fiction, you snort heroin and you end up having a adrenaline needle stuck in your chest. The icon over here is a little more representative. If you can't make out what that is, it's supposed to be like a spoon and then the white powdery heroin. So I don't know, that's kind of dark, right? Getting people addicted to drugs. But before we do all that, let's go talk to Arturo. We have to follow up with him regarding the whole missing drug thing. I think there's a Alter. Chiwetekli. The Nawe pronunciations are really difficult for me. I don't think I can do it right. I think it's Chiwetekli and the purloined package. You told Victoria about the missing drug shipment. The trail's gone cold for now, but you should keep looking for clues. It might be nice to mention this to Arturo as well. Victoria has asked you to start up business among the neighborhood's recovering addicts by delivering some drugs and paraphernalia to them. She's justifying them over by the old mission. Great. Anyways, that's the name, by the way, of Victoria's patron deity. So let's go talk to Arturo. And again, we'll ask him a few questions about himself and his take on things. He's a pretty cool character because he's like the mortal aspect into what the fuck it's like to live in a crazy Sabat neighborhood. So he's over here drinking a beer.
So the big mystery yet, Sherlock?
Yeah, I did some digging. I've got some news for you.
Yeah? Spit it out.
Joaquin's a bully looking for trouble. He's up to something.
No mames. You sure? You really fucking sure? Because Joaquin's my boy. I never thought he'd put a knife in my back. I hate to put his name on a bullet. But here we are.
You won't have to. I already took care of it.
Ah. Gracias. I guess. Joaquin and I had been through some shit together. I didn't want to be the one to have to do him. What you did, that's the kind of favor I can't pay back.
Joaquin is gone, but so are your drugs. I killed in your name, and people will know not to fuck with the kings.
A la gran puta. I really needed this problem to fix itself. Just this once, but you gotta know when to cut your losses. Selling the crap from the reserves is never easy like pushing the pure stuff. And we'll have to double up on protection. If somebody wants to cut into our market, they're gonna be hurting as badly as I am. You seem solid, though. Tell me, do the Kings have a new enforcer rolling with them?
I'm your chick?
Claro que sí. I don't know much about you, but the Kings got your back, okay? You better let Victoria know what's up. I still got business to get to tonight.
Wait, before I go, let's chat.
Yeah? ¿Qué pedo?
I don't understand. Okay, so I'm not like an expert on Spanish. People had to really help me with the translation. But like this is the thing that people say in Mexico. They say "que pedo," which literally means "what fart," and it's like sort of a way of saying like "what's up," I guess. I mean, I've heard people say it around town, but just like the colloquialism there doesn't make sense to me. So if you're in Mexico, let me know the origin of "que pedo." Tell me about someone.
¿Quién?
What can you tell me about Victoria?
She's the big jefa. Been rolling with the Kings for as long as anyone can remember. Everybody has to answer to Queen Victoria's evil eye. Between you and me, I'm about ready for that bitch to catch a bullet.
Why all the hate?
It's nothing personal. No, she's fucking stone cold. But she's fair and nobody fucks with her. She's earned her respect. But, you know, as long as she's at the top of the ladder, nobody else can climb any higher. Yours truly included. I just want a chance. A chance to be more than just another thug. I want my chance to call the shots.
Since she's not going anywhere, what's stopping you from staging a coup?
Because I'm smarter than that. I've watched others try and fail. I've seen their mistakes. She doesn't just put down traitors and fuck-ups. She makes examples of them. One vato didn't like her attitude, managed to put a bullet in her once. She shrugged it off, like a paper cut. The things she did to him next. We Kings, we don't like to talk about that night.
You talk about it like it was a while ago. How long has she been in charge?
Well, I started with the Kings. Man, it's been like at least 10 years now. Anyways, she was in charge then, and the OGs back in the day were still talking about her like we are right now. It's anyone's guess. Funny thing, it's like she hasn't aged a day.
You think the stress of running a criminal empire would wear someone down faster, not slower?
Yeah, that's another thing. How does she keep her fingers in everything when I hardly ever see her around? Nobody does. Only really comes around as she has to, when serious shit is going down. Just a few of the boys ever really talked to her. Something about those muchachos? They got bad juju or something. Makes my asshole pucker up whenever they come around.
Should we talk about something else?
Yeah? ¿Qué pedo?
Tell me about someone.
¿Quién?
Why don't you tell me about yourself?
I'm just a vato from the 323 trying to survive. There's not much to know.
Let's see. How'd you get into this lifestyle?
Shit. Can you believe I was gonna be a U.S. Marine? Look at me now. Sure, I'll kill a man. But you think I'm gonna run a 5-minute mile with this gut? Ni madres. Yeah, I had it all figured out. But when Mom, God bless her, left us, somebody had to look out for mi hermana. Money doesn't make itself, you know? What else was a kid like me supposed to do?
So, like, I kind of want to give people backstories and depth. I think that's important. So you can, like, kind of ask people about this stuff. You do have to, like, earn his trust. You know, that's the thing that bugs me in video games is when you walk up to people and they tell you their life story. With Arturo especially, like, if you piss him off when you're dealing with him, he won't tell you any of this shit. That's why I intentionally fingered Joaquin, because if you don't come back with any answers, he's more likely to get pissed at you. Let's see. Yeah, I guess so. Let's change the subject.
Yeah? ¿Qué pedo?
Let's talk about your operation.
This is East LA, güey. This is nuestro nido, where the Latin kings rule. But see, this is more than just a hustle. This is home. We take care of everybody. The puercos mean shit here. You need protection, you come to us.
What do you do for the Kings?
You know, most of that stuff, I just can't talk about it. I used to be a soldier, holding a corner, making people disappear. But I did my time. Now I'm OG. And I can call the shots around here. At least a little bit. The new kids, they listen to me.
And what do you have them do?
If it's up to me, this is just business. I don't really care for the violence like some vatos. Nah. I keep things clean, play it safe. I try to not make anybody, do nothing they're not gonna be regretting later. But, you know, sometimes, está cañón.
Any other gangs? Ever hear of Los Discípulos de Xicoat?
No, never heard of them before. It's a gang? You sure? I think it's an Aztec name, no?
So, like, he has no idea about what's going on behind the shadows. Like, he's got some insight, but he doesn't really know. No idea. Say, what's your job? Oh, I already asked him that. I think if you don't know, it's better. Let's talk about something else.
¿Qué pedo?
I think that's enough time with Mr. Arturo here. Nothing. Never mind. So let's blow this popsicle stand. Let's go. Let's see. I think I've done the other quests at this point. So. Oh god, it's not going to crash, is it? No, thank god. I am going to save though. Let's look at my quest log here. You told Arturo what happened with the missing drug shipment. The trail's gone cold for now, but you should keep looking for clues. And she would technically Antler. Let's go over to the. Let's go over to the church and hand out some heroin. What do you say? That's a evil, fucked up thing to do. By the way, I know you completionists are gonna get really annoyed. This will stay in your quest log for like a while. Dude, you can't complete this quest straight away. It's a technical thing. I won't get into too much details. But what I found out was that there's actually an upper limit on the number of descriptions. Like these, you know, this changes every time. This dialogue here changes every time the quest updates. There's an upper limit on the number of those that there can be for any particular quest. So this particular quest has a lot of different possible outcomes. Also, it's worth mentioning that so at the last minute, Ian Watson, who's been working on this mod, X20 mod, which adds all these graphical and sort of visual enhancements to the game, and like it changes some of the textures to be inclusive or making references to like other parts of the world of Darkness. The very last minute, like last night or the night before I was releasing this, I incorporated that with his permission and blessing into the Clan Quest mod installer, and I'm really happy about that. But this particular instance of the game that I'm running for the Let's Play is the earlier version that doesn't have those changes. So unfortunately, I don't have the X20 stuff here. Maybe between one of the breaks, I'll install it. But Ian did help. He built these bus stop maps here, so it's pretty cool. It's really nice of him to help with this. But let's talk to some drug addicts. So we've got enough 2 doses of heroin. Let's talk to
You gonna buy the merch?
this woman.
Or just window shop all day?
So she's supposed to be like this really washed up, sad looking hooker. Actually, I was just thinking to myself, if a lady of the night like yourself accepts other currencies.
Do I look like I'm gonna swipe your card? And forget about pesos, this ain't TJ, kid. I'm not that cheap.
Barter, cut the middleman out and go straight to meeting certain needs I'm betting you have.
Yeah, okay. I could use a hit of the white. What do you want me to do for it?
Let's just say you owe me one and we leave it at that.
You sure? I mean, pass it over, but thanks, I guess.
See you around, baby.
I used to be on Broadway, you know.
I love the floats. You're ridiculous. So the other person you have to talk to is this fella here.
What do you want?
And you have to have some persuasive ability. This guy's a little bit more difficult. You have to have some persuasive ability to get him to take the drugs. Which I should have, yeah. You feeling okay? It's been a while, hasn't it? You look like you could use a fix.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been staying clean, coming to church, trying to get things back on track. I shouldn't. Really, it's fine.
Come on, it's just one fix. You can do it just this one time and get right back on track.
Sorry, man, I'm flat broke. I mean, I can get you back next week if you can spare it.
Actually, this one's on me, friend. Just a little gift from on up.
Oh, this isn't a habit or anything, but if you're offering, well, lady, you're a scholar and a saint.
Sure. Sweet dreams, brother. So you lose a dot of humanity for perpetuating a community's addictions. I feel like that's appropriate. And we could run right back to Victoria and turn the quest in. With Deckleit's Altler, you've delivered all the heroin. Let her know. But let's go Diablerize someone else, guys, before we lose all of our humanity. What do you say? I'm thinking let's go pay Jeanette a visit and see how she's doing. What do you think? Have a Melkavian bouncing around in her head, especially one as sexy as her. I just want to get some more disciplines before I lose all my humanity.
Going somewhere?
Take me to Santa Monica. Yeah, so the way the humanity system works, let's talk about that for a second, is that basically the bad thing you do, the sin that you commit, is sort of ranked. 10 being something like, having a selfish thought or, stepping on an ant, and 1 being like genocide, and everything else falls somewhere in between, right? So if your humanity is already really low, like you don't give a fuck about hurting someone's feelings or stealing something from the shopping mall. If you're like murdering people every night, it's not going to affect your eternal soul any greater than it already has if you steal something. And so those acts of sin that you can commit don't incur a humanity penalty. So that's like the big change. The other thing is you always lose a dot of humanity for Diablerizing someone. And if it goes below 1, if it goes to 0, then you basically become the beast. You lose control of your character, and that can actually happen in the game. I might do that just to show you guys what it looks like, because it's kind of cool, actually. Not going to do that right now. But that's the idea. That's the main change in the humanity system. Let's talk to Jeanette.
Oh, it's you. Be a B-E-E and buzz off. I've got no honey for you.
Because again, word's on the street that you're with the Sabbat now. She doesn't want anything to do with you. I think you have a very sweet treat for me, Jeanette.
Know any games we can play? Indulge my curiosity.
Yeah, I had something in mind. Ever hear of this one, Diablerie?
Are you sure that's the kind of thing you want to say to me? Keep bending me, and I'm bound to snap.
Oh, there's no sense in resisting it, Jeanette. You're as good as lunch. Let's see if you can fight as well as you flirt. So she can shoot. She can shoot pretty good, but she goes down pretty easy overall.
You love to bury me in your closet, along with all your other skeletons. On the inside, we're all dead meat, kitten.
So she goes down pretty easy physically, but she's a little more difficult to contain. She's one of the more difficult characters to subsume her spirit. But we're going to take her anyway. I'm probably going to get haunted by her and Isaac, but whatever. Save it, Psycho. Your soul is mine. Dead. You really think it's a good idea having little old me swimming through your sea of thoughts? You never know what kind of filthy things I might leave in the water, kitten. You're crazy, Jeanette, but you're mine now. Deal with it. Wouldn't you rather play, kitten? I'm not the kind of pet that's meant to be kept in a cage. I can't have you racing through my head every night. I need control from you. Do you really expect me to dance to your strings until the end of time? No, kitten. I've played that game long enough. I think she might actually respond to intimidation. I know she doesn't respond to persuasion. I remember that. But let's try the intimidation route. I don't know why you've wasted so many of your years with these sad little limp kindred. Let me show you passion that comes with throwing your humanity away. Not really my thing. Then you'll learn to love it. We could kill everyone downstairs for a start. How does that sound? Threats? In the club business, you come to smell desperation, and you, little duckling, most definitely reek like rotten meat. Don't toy with me, bitch. I can still punish you. So I remember now. It's intimidation plus seduction or very high seduction. You can get her on board. But since I have no seductive abilities, she shall now run through my head wearing nothing she shall pogo stick through my head wearing nothing but her birthday suit. As she so often likes to say. Okay, let's head back to... I don't know why I keep making these saved games. I don't think I'm gonna have to go back earlier or something, but whatever. Let's go have a chat with Victoria now. Oh, here we go. So I don't know if that was a standard frenzy or a Diablerie frenzy. I didn't hear either Isaac or Jeanette. Can I get out of here? Fuck, I gotta run now. I gotta hide. I think, okay, I'm already at 3 humanity. So I can kill with impunity, but I just want this to be done. So yeah, when you get a Diablerie frenzy, usually you'll hear the person's voice who is like basically egging you on to do something batty. It would have been cool if I could have had aberrant behaviors that were particular to the character. Like, I don't know. Like, for instance, you can Diablerize the serial killer. So maybe, I don't know. like you hunt down, like you get all vigilante and shit. I don't know. It's too abstract. It would work in a pen and paper game, but in the video game setting, you kind of have to generalize it so that it's, you know, just there's some sort of cause and effect, and there's a system. Really, there's not as much flexibility. Anyways, got a dead hooker. Police stopped looking for me after 30 seconds.
Where to?
So let's go back to East LA. And let's tell Victoria about all these drugs we sold. I didn't even see what I got from eating Jeanette. Let's look at my character sheet. Oh, I've got Obfuscate now. And what else did I get? I don't know what my skills and knowledges and abilities were before. I think it might have been a dot in stealth. I'm pretty sure. Maybe security. I don't know. Those are less useful. The cool thing, the big draw, is the disciplines. So it's cool. I got a dot in Obfuscate. That's useful. Let's go see what Victoria has to say. But yeah, my humanity is just slowly whittling away. I started with 9. Now I'm 3. If I hadn't killed all those people in the bar, I probably wouldn't be so bad off. Okay, so come back here. Ugh.
Have you done as I asked? Have you returned our lost cattle?
Yeah, I gave out the needles. They took them all right.
Excelente. La lección es una puta, you know. It spreads. As our profits soar and the blood flows, the pack will have you to thank. Take this piece of your profits now. You see, unlike your Camarilla masters, the Sabbat rewards its own.
Great. For the price this shit is going, it seems like you could be giving me a bigger cut of the profits.
Greedy and astute. Here, take your bigger cut, Gabron.
That's more like it.
You wish to make an impression on the rest of the pack, see? Then it's time they meet the beast within you. They need to see him in your eyes. Are you familiar with Sabbat blood sports?
So blood sports, I guess, is another ritual of the Sabbat. Well, we'll let this scenario play out. You can kind of see for yourself what it's all about. So, no, enlighten me.
What are games among brothers but a chance for bonding? The game they play of late, an homage to some mortal video machine? How you call it? Grand Theft Auto?
So this is a reference to the pen and paper game that inspired a lot of this. When the players joined up with the Sabbat, the first thing they did was basically try to bond with this so-called traveling pack through blood sports. And, when they met these Sabbat NPCs. And so they took them on this blood sport, and it was the game they called it was GTA 3, which is where they basically recreate what you do in the video game in real life. So you go jack some cars and then drive them on the sidewalk and run over pedestrians and do all kinds of like horrendous things. And so I wanted to put that in this game, and you'll see how it gets implemented here. They're playing GTA 3.
Sí, pero no hay videojuego machine. The stakes are higher. The blood is warm. The mayhem. No illusion.
And Victoria, she's like kind of anachronistic. Like she's old. She's like an elder vampire. She doesn't really understand the reference. She knows what they're going off and doing at night, but she doesn't really understand Grand Theft Auto, why they call it that. How do I play?
It's simple. Partly a race, partly a contest of brutality. In the video machine, for sport, you kill the unwashed and unwanted. Our version is no different. The goal is to kill as many streetwalkers, vagrants, and policia you can before reaching the end point.
Sounds fun. I'm in.
Bueno, go to the park around the corner. The pack will wait there for you. The first one to make it inside La Venderia with 3,000 points wins.
Got it. I'll be back for my trophy. Okay, so we're gonna go on a sort of killing spree. Which, I mean, it seems a little bit tame, I guess, maybe by the Sabbat standards. Like, you could do, like, way grislier stuff. But really, like, there's no other part of Bloodlines where the Camarilla is like, yeah, you should just go on a fucking killing spree and attack the police and murder a bunch of homeless people in cold blood because we're assigning point values to them. So, yeah. Anyways, I do actually want to go visit the Mac one more time because I'm pretty sure it's him that will tell us this important piece of exposition to Victoria's scheme. So I'm like saving 8 billion times. I know this is one of the maps that is prone to crashing. Give you a little more insight into the character of Hazel Tomes.
Back again, I see. Looking to scratch an itch.
I wanted to ask you some questions.
What's on your mind?
Tell me about someone. Hazel Motes.
If you ever actually listen to the shit that comes out of his mouth, it's a whole different world he's living in. Doesn't sound like a place I want to visit either. Guy gives me the creeps. That takes some effort these nights. Still, I gotta hand it to him. He's done wonders for these followers or cult or whatever those people that hang around the church are about. Solid blood supply, eyes and ears all over the block. They're deadly loyal too. Despite the creepy Southern Baptist vibe, he's got away with people. Speaking of which, he's gonna want his way with you too. He still needs more support to take the title of bishop, so you can count on him trying to court you as well. Up to you, but if you want my advice, avoid the politics.
Speaking of bishops, did Hazel have a child? Some nut that didn't quite work out? Oh, shit. I know this bug. I don't understand why it happens. But when you play a female character, sometimes the audio doesn't play. I am so irritated right now that this isn't playing. And I can fix this bug, but not on the day of release. I'll read this for you guys. Yeah, quite the scandal. Vic, if I remember right, from what I heard, Hazel thought he found his protege, but the kid couldn't hack it. His initiation rite was gruesome. Something involving a meat cleaver and a house full of non-believers. Nobody can figure if that's what broke him or if it was just the milk blood doing what it does. It wasn't more than a few months in the Sabbat before he got chased off trying to burn down the church. Big embarrassment for Hazel. What's an initiation rite?
Right, I guess you skipped all that. Normally when you're brought into the Sabbat, you get put to a test. Something to make sure you got the grit for this life. Murder your family, crash your car into a school bus, let the pack slice you up real good, whatever. It's different for every Canaanite, but always something to take what's left of your humanity and leave it in a bloody heap, right where it belongs.
Thanks for the info. I have to leave now. So that's just kind of important because, well, I wanted to establish a connection between Bishop Vic and Hazel Tomes because they both have sort of similar archetypes, like, you know, a crazy preacher type vampire that's leading a cult, essentially. So it makes more sense that there'd be two of these people if you know, basically if he was supposed to be trying to emulate Hazel, if that's what he was after. So that's the purpose for that. But it's not just something to explain away a desire to work in this secondary character that's got a similar sort of vibe to him. It plays into the story too, and you'll see more about that as we see further into Victoria's scheme. So here's the Sabbat pack hanging out in the park. Let's talk to the
Victoria
guy here.
said there'd be fresh meat tonight, but you look raw. Did she tell you how dirty those virgin little hands are gonna be by the time we're through with you?
So the guy that voiced this shovel-headish type pack mate, he also did the Joaquin voice. And when I had him come do this character, I I didn't really know what direction to give him. I know I didn't want it to just be like an exact copy of the shovel heads that you meet of the Sabbat earlier in the game, but obviously I wanted it to sound like a crazy person. And so he just started doing this like Jack Nicholson Joker thing, and I was just like, yes, that is it. That's what we're looking for. You need to sound like a fucking crazy psychopath clown or something to that effect. And he just really did a lot to put character into these lines that I wrote. She says it's a game we're playing, but not much more. Fill me in.
It's a game. You like games, don't you? This is our favorite, Grand Theft Auto. No wheels tonight, but we don't need them for what we're up to.
How the hell do you play Grand Theft Auto without a car, you moron?
Executing the hookers with a bat. Taking their money. Always like that. Our game is the same. Bums, hookers, they're worth 200 points. If the cops are dumb enough to show up, gun them down to 500 for gutting a pig.
How do I win?
You wanna win? You want a piece of the glory? Gotta make it to 3,000 before getting to home base safely. Down at the laundromat.
Got it. Let's do this.
All right, Lick. Show me your worst. Let's see if you can stomach running with us down here in the filth.
I've stomached worse than the likes of you. Let's get this over with. Yeah. So, let's see. Guess I'll turn on Protean and Fortitude. But they're like hunting down the homeless people and shit. So we want to kill homeless people, hookers, and the police. Oh, there's a hooker. Let's get her. Ah, damn it. Animation. This guy's like, fuck this, I'm getting out of here. Oh, she's tricky, isn't she? Oh, there she goes. Alright. Get the po-po. This cop's just like, what's happening over here? Dead. Let's see. To 1,500 points. I want to get to 2,000. Or 3,000. You can actually, I'll give you guys a hint, a clue. If you don't want to just totally abolish your humanity, you can actually just go to the laundromat at any point. It doesn't really make a difference. I mean, the outcome is kind of the same. Yeah, they're just going for it. Dead.
Out of my way.
Let's see, I'm gonna drain this guy. I've already got a masquerade violation. Might as well get a few blood points. Oh no. That's unintentional. I think that's because I copied a template from the downtown. But also, just to sort of foreshadow, it kind of makes sense. Okay, are you done vomiting, chick? Yeah, that must be some bad blood. I think she's stuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reload. Oh my god. It's kind of embarrassing when you find bugs like that. That's okay. I don't think you guys mind that much. Alright, I'm just gonna zip over there so we don't have to walk down the street again. Zip, 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 zip. This should be a masquerade violation. Okay.
Victoria.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. So don't drink the bum's blood. But do kill them. Yeah, you can run, but you can't hide. Frenzy too. I think that was a Diablo thing, but I still didn't hear the guy's voice. There. Yeah, check out the comments that were helping with that. So let's kill these hookers. See, they see me coming, they run. Let's kill this chick. She's a prostitute. Alright, you know what? Drink the whore's blood without vomiting, I think. I was having a snack. Police giving up as I punch them. Alright. I'm just gonna make a run for the laundromat now. After I kill this guy. Alright. Yeah, the police don't really work the way they're supposed to. There's something like really deeply hard-coded in the system to make the police behavior work the way it does in the other hub maps. And so that can create some really strange situations like this one where you have like 15 cops coming after you. But I think I've had enough of this GTA. Did I get that? No. That's fine. Bye. Yeah, but if that doesn't fuck up your humanity, I don't know what will.
What are you doing here? Are those sirens? Did you bring the fucking policía here? Estás zafado!
What? Victoria told me to come here.
No. You don't get it. The cops can't be in here now. This is the pickup. The evidence here, they'll take down the whole operation.
Why would Victoria make us come here now? It doesn't make any sense.
How should I know? That doesn't matter. You fucked up coming here, payaso.
I'll clean this mess up then.
Just wait here, you pinche cabrón. You've done enough already.
Let's just get out of here.
There's no time for that. There's evidence everywhere. No. This can't go down here. I gotta shake them. Maybe if I popped off a couple of shots down the block here, maybe I can cut these fucking puercos a slip.
Fine, go be a hero, you moron.
Hey, puercos! Chinga tu madre, bastardos!
Come out with your hands up!
Okay, so the quest log updates. You reach home base and Grand Theft Auto Hurl was there. You got upset because you led the police right to the drug operations front in the middle of the pickup. He disappeared into the night, fighting off the police. You should let Victoria know how things went. Let's make it to Victoria's place. Yeah, they're still after me. Just gonna run away from them at this point. Oh man, I'm just frenzying all up in this place. He's like, what's this gang member doing defending the police? He's like, stop! That's the police, I'll help them. Okay. So I have to quit. I have to get going tonight. I didn't think these videos would take me so long to record. I thought I'd have a full Let's Play before I was done. But I'm going to upload this. I'm going to keep working on this Let's Play series over the next couple of days. So keep your eyes peeled on the YouTube channel. You know, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. And thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next chapter.